Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another art process video. This time I'm going to be working on the EP cover for Virginia-based metal band Gorefed and their EP Hors d'oeuvres. I am here with Jonathan and it looks like David from Gorefed, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Awesome. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. I mean, just ate some Chinese food, big chillin', you know.
Awesome. So, tell me how the band got started. Like, how did Gorefed come about?
You want to take this one, or
if you want to start it, go ahead.
So Brodsky used to be in another band that was called Cleaved, and they were around for a little while, but it wasn't necessarily the direction that Brodsky was really aiming for. He wanted more like extreme metal, but Cleaved was more along like the groove metal vibe. But they'd been together for a while, and Brodsky really didn't have a lot of the energy, I guess, to put into it, having a second band, so he just stayed with that for a long time and did that. But once they disbanded, the drummer from Cleaved and Brodsky and me decided to try to start something, and it started off just jamming in Brodsky's attic, and then it just became what it is, I guess.
The attic?
Going through...
Yeah, it was more of like, it was all what he just said, and it was also I wanted to take what the band before that I was doing, and I wanted to make something more in the shape of what I envisioned the first band to be. Because, you know, as you know, sometimes when you're like doing live music with people, you're kind of like making a lot of compromises with your own visions.
Oh, yeah.
Of things. So, like, when I started the band Cleaved with the drummer I had at the time, he actually wasn't a drummer. Like, he was a... he was a bassist, and he kind of just fucked around on his little Apple laptop on GarageBand or whatever the fuck it's called, and he would, you know, like, I got him to, like, do basically, like, a recording project with me, and it got to the point where me and him, like, decided one day, oh, well, we want to try to do this loud, so we started talking to drummers, and it was funny, because we talked to a drummer, and, went and jammed with him, and we were hanging out, and it's funny because, you know, that the bassist at the time, you know, we're hanging out with his drummer, and the bassist goes and gets on his drum set and starts playing all the shit he made in GarageBand for us, like right there. And I'm like, dude, why the fuck are we here? Why don't we just buy a drum set? You know what I mean? Like, why are you playing bass? Like, I can find a bassist in a second. You know what I mean? I can't find a fucking drummer anywhere.
I mean, shit.
So,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and so he was.
All the drummers are in 6 other bands.
Yeah, exactly. and he was a really new drummer though, so there was a lot of compromise in the fact that we at the time it didn't bother me because it was like, oh well, I'm just happy to be making live music. It was my first band, and he essentially was just learning as he went for the entirety of doing Cleaved. But there came a point where he kind of hit a stalemate, and I couldn't get him to do like I had been pushing him to learn how to do like blast beats and stuff, you know, because like. I always wanted to do extreme metal. I wanted to do death metal, anything, really just extreme metal was what I wanted to be able to label it. You know, I just wanted it to hit that kind of like the high BPM and everything. And essentially, I kind of like would push him to get better, but there's a multitude of factors that kind of just tore that apart. And, you know, Cleaved essentially broke up, and we started Gorefed, and we ended up doing that for a while with him as the drummer still, and then things fell apart because he owed me money, and, you know, but essentially Gorefed started out of a want to be what it was what Cleaved was originally supposed to be, and I feel like that was really the roots of it. And I also I had a lot of, I'll be real, I had playing live music in the scene we have over here in like Hampton Roads and stuff. I had a lot of what is it called? Insecurities about the way my music stood next to, you know, other bands that were doing like legit, like, you know, extreme metal and stuff, since we were so groove oriented.
Yeah.
It didn't really.
This area is really bad. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
This area really bad with the gatekeeping culture.
Mm-hmm. It was funny because we always, with Cleaved, it always kind of sat in the middle. So it was like we never really fit in either or, and we never really wanted to fit in with everybody doing the butt rock. So we were always trying to get in the extreme metal door.
Sometimes it could work like in your favor, though. Like in our scene over here, we I think you listened to one of our albums when I think I sent you some stuff. So we were that heavy enough to stand with the extreme metal bands, but groovy enough for people that weren't into extreme metal. We kind of hit that kind of almost like perfect in between thing where we're heavy but not too heavy, and that's
exactly what Cleaved was. That's exactly what Cleaved was.
So it could work in your favor sometimes, but I mean, I do like the stuff you have now that you showed me for the current, like for Gorefed.
For Gorefed, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Who came up with the name Gorefed?
Brodsky.
I came up with it before. I had actually came up with the name, I think, before Cleaved ever broke up. I kind of was just a placeholder for. I was like, oh, this sounds cool, and I'm gonna remember this for later, kind of thing. So.
It's a cool fucking band name. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, it's it's memorable. It's because there's so many bands where you don't remember the name of the damn band. Yeah, don't remember the name of the damn band, or the band name is like a whole fucking sentence. Like, dude, I don't need to read a novel every time I'm going to think of this band name.
Right. I agree.
It's short.
That's kind of my philosophy with even like just naming things to begin with. I hate naming things like more than 3 words. If I got to use more than 3 words to name something, I'm probably making a joke out of it, to be honest. So.
Unless you want to be Nile and half your song titles are like, the length of an entire book.
That's, they get a pass though. So.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Nile gets a good pass. So from some of the stuff I heard from you guys, no. What are some of your influences? Because I hear a lot of, just personally myself, a lot of Morbid Angel and Bloodbath in the songs you showed me.
Bloodbath is actually, I love Bloodbath. Funny enough, I didn't know anything about Bloodbath until my friend, who was also the bassist of Cleaved, eventually, he showed me Bloodbath. So Bloodbath, I would say, is probably one of the influences. He showed me the song "Eaten," as most of us probably.
Yeah.
First heard,
very familiar.
Classic.
Yeah.
But, overrated or not, classic. But yeah, for me, like with my guitar playing, I guess I pull a lot from. I want to say like Gojira. Ironically enough, I know they're not exactly death metal per se. But, I pull a lot from them, specifically from their old stuff.
Yeah.
Like Terra Incognita. And I really, at the time when I first started doing the Gorefed, writing process, I was listening to a lot of, Suffocation and Gore Rotted, because I love Gore Rotted. I went back to listen to, Gore Lord, even though I'll never be able to emulate that kind of sound, because that motherfucker plays in, drop Z, but
hey, we're in B, so
yeah, we play in just standard D, man. I've never felt the need to go that. It sounds great. Don't get me wrong. When you go that low, I've just never felt the need to go there. But yeah. So I guess stuff like Gojira, Suffocation, Bloodbath, like you said. I actually, ironically, I never really listened to a lot of Morbid Angel. But I do really like, they did the song, Where the Slime Lives or something.
That's actually one of my guitar players' favorite songs. It's off of Dominate. Morbid Angel's one of our biggest influences, along with, I want to say, we got a lot of Cradle of Filth, Emperor, and some just old school Cannibal Corpse in there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think Cannibal Corpse, if you're in death metal, everybody says is going to say Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, that's Baby's first best.
Yeah.
People, man.
That's entry level.
With no disrespect, they just are the most popular death metal band.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, what about you, David? What are you why don't you give them some? I mean, vocally, what are your influences?
Black metal. A lot of black.
A lot of black metal.
I had to push it to do low.
And then a lot of it's just a lot. Cookie Monster voice, man. It's just fun to do.
Who doesn't like a good growl, Or a out in the middle of a forest with the moon overhead and, really bad shots of trees. I think I'm lost in this forest. Where are we?
As crunchy as some of the content can be for black metal, I've always loved the vocal style. Just that goblin vocals.
Yeah.
I love it.
Would you say like kind of first wave black metal or second wave like Mayhem, or kind of the newer third wave stuff when like Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir, or I say Watain kind of came around? I know some people don't consider Cradle or Dimmu black metal. They're more orchestral metal, but
I still consider them to an extent, especially their early stuff. And when if you want to say Dimmu, you could also consider Old Man's Child, which is a lot more black metal.
Oh yeah, I actually like Old Man's Child a lot more than Dimmu. A lot darker.
Carrick Angren.
I
know David. We both like them a lot.
Oh, my wife. I introduced them to her. She loves Carrick Angren. Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about the artwork. I know one thing is a lot of bands now. Not a lot of bands, but there's this push to maybe save some money by using AI, which. Yeah, as an artist, I can't really support that, but thank you guys again for choosing me. And my question is, and I ask this for everyone I work for, is how close did I get to what you guys wanted for the album cover? Because my biggest thing is giving the client what they want, but also putting in my own artistic input. It's kind of like a give and take situation where, I have my vision based on what you guys tell me, but I also want to make sure I get your vision as close as possible. Nothing's ever going to be 100% exactly, and I get that. So on a scale of 1 to I fucked it up or did it perfectly, how close would you say I got to what you guys wanted?
Well, I'm going to surprise you then, because I would give you an 11 out of 10.
Oh.
I actually... I had a loose idea. When I gave it to you, it was a loose idea. I had already fucked with AI just to see what it might look like, because remember I sent you that image, and I was like, I don't want to use AI, but this is what I had. Yeah, and like, I just was messing with it to see what I could get it to do, and it was always something cheesy for the most part, and I got that one where the dude was like grabbing his face. I was like, this is cool. So I was like, I held on to that, but I never really wanted to use it, and I was going through... I wanted to go through friends first, because that's what I'm used to doing. I'm the kind of person, I hate making friends with new people. It's just always how I've been. I'm really bad at... I got a lot of anxiety with that. So when I was going through back, talk, it's been years too since I've even hit any of these people up, and like I would go and message them like, hey, can you do some art? And they're like, yeah, I'll get back to you in a week, and they never get back to me at all. And then I'm like, oh, I guess we're not doing that, So
yeah.
Eventually, basically, I got to the point where I actually was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to release it with AI art. And, I talked to my fiance about it, and she's like, don't do that. And I was like, you're right, I shouldn't do that. I was talking to her about it, and she basically was like, oh, well, I'm in this, this goth group, and, I'll put out feelers and stuff. And that's how she found you, and there was a bunch of people. But when I saw your art for... I don't remember what the band name was, but it's the one where the dude's kind of like, and like he's kind of like sitting below
Wormflesh.
And
the
Wormflesh one.
My buddy Rob, we used to play together. So yeah, I know those guys. Really cool guys. Awesome fucking tech death band.
Right, and I saw that art, and I was like, you know what, this looks pretty damn good, and ironically, you were the most professional motherfucker I could find, because I talked to a lot of people, but I don't know if you've noticed, I don't know if you've ever tried to reach out for art yourself. Probably not, you're an artist.
Not really.
Reaching out for art nowadays, you get a lot of fucking bots, dude.
Yeah.
I was talking to at least 3 fucking bots, it felt like. At least 3 they all sent me AI art, and I was like, no, I'm done.
I remember, I'm not going to name names, but one of the ones you sent me, and the thing is, I'm so used to this, again, I'm in the industry. I've done professional work for bands, video games, and comics, so I know how to approach people. I know what to show, what not to show, what to say, what not to say. Right. But what I saw, and I'm not going to name them, I did a quick search, and a reverse image search showed another artist with a similar style, and then I think I did send you the original pic that it looked like it was trained off of, and I went ahead and messaged the original artist and said, hey, there's someone on Facebook kind of scraping your style, and or it looks like they are. I don't want to go on a witch hunt, because it's horrible to be accused of using AI when you don't, and I totally get that. But the person that you sent it from that I saw, their profile picture was AI. They had no other art on their page, nothing. They had no digital trail. So I'm like, nah, this is definitely AI. See, me, like, I will send I have an online portfolio. Yeah, you can find my stuff all over the place. You can search my name, or even my From the Dead handle, which is what I do for my more adult stuff without my actual name on it, which I don't even care anymore. I'm just using my real name. But yeah, if you can't find a digital portfolio or like background of someone that's claiming they're doing art, or at least I have sketches too. I'm not afraid to show shitty art too. That's a whole thing also, is when someone says they're professional, but they're only showing nothing but professional work, and they're not showing any of their, bad sketches or fuck-ups. It's like, okay, there's no way that you nailed it 100% every time. So I made sure to show you, like, at least I do have some crap out there, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Some stuff I've done for bands was kind of rushed because they put me on a deadline, and then they moved up the date. I'm like, well, this is going to have to be...
Ask you to put titties on it.
You know what? Just put tits on it. I actually did one. I was joking with one band and said, you know what? I could zoom it out and just throw some tits on it. Like, okay. I'm like, no. Wait, what? Oh my God. And then they, can you add this? I'm like, no, I'm already adding tits. Tentacles is going to be at least an extra $100. I'll do it. I love drawing tentacles, but yeah, you better fork over the fucking cash.
I mean, Newgrounds artist, man. And it's crazy, actually, like, not to get too off topic, but it's funny because I've seen your art on Newgrounds from way back. So, like, I don't know, like, it's actually funny because I've seen your, like, the Carmilla stuff before. I've seen all that, and of course, I never knew it was you, obviously, like, why would I? But now, it's just funny how how small of a world it can be.
Yeah.
So,
that's me.
So, but yeah, man, fucking, it's definitely one of those things where it's just like AI artists are really trying to pass off as, real artists nowadays. And it's funny how deceptive they are, because it's like if you were just honest about using the AI art up front, you might get more buyers, realistically.
Yeah.
Possibly. Because then, it's like if you're honest, if somebody was honest to me, like, hey, I'm just going to use this AI to storyboard stuff, I might be comfortable with that as long as I don't think you're going to use it in the end product, right?
Yeah, it's about the end product that matters. Well, not only that, but you don't get cool conversations like this. I mean, what are you going to show if you haven't, like, it's some, shat out AI prompted image, like there's no art process, there's something to talk about. You can't go over like, oh, this is how I came up with this idea and how I work with this person. There's no communication back and forth between the creator and the client, It's just type words, images pumped out, next. All they care about is final product. Yeah, it's literally soulless. I hate to, people say all the time, and I don't want to parrot stuff, but it's fucking soulless.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, without going off about AI, who came up with the idea for the whole screaming mouth eyes? Because I thought that was really fucking cool, and it just so happened you liked Hellraiser, and I fucking love Hellraiser, and I have an actual movie prop and put some Hellraiser influence in it.
And it's funny that you just went ahead and started with the Hellraiser stuff before even knowing that I had the Hellraiser clip in there or anything, too. But I think the mouth eyes was my idea, really. It really just comes from the art we had before, because the art I had done before was an eye, but inside of the eye there's teeth, like inside of the what is it called, the iris of the eye. Like there's no pupil, it's all just like, it's all black, and there's just teeth inside of it, and there's just blood pouring out of it. And that kind of was the first idea, but I kind of wanted to flip it, like have, instead of a mouth inside of the eye, just have the eyes be mouths, and then the eye in the mouth, right? So I've always had a fascination with teeth, like sharp teeth and eyes when it comes to art, because that's what I would always draw in school, like, and blood and stuff, like, because I was never a great artist myself, but those three things I would just fuck around with, so. Say what?
I said, and ironically, your fiance hates teeth and stuff like that, so it's true, opposite's correct.
It's true, yeah. Well, she hates the idea of teeth breaking or anything, but yeah. But yeah, the teeth. That was more or less my idea, with the eyes being mouths and whatnot, and the mouth having the eye inside of it. And like I said, it was really just a basic. I didn't really know where to go with it. So I mean, you doing what you did with it right off the bat, like I'm so happy you just kind of took the initiative to draw something up real quick. And, just throw it at me and be like, is this what you're thinking? Because that was all I needed, really, to know I was going to hire you there, realistically. I had to give other people a chance first because I was waiting on them.
Oh, yeah.
They all sent me AI bullshit. So, but, you were the only one that actually sent me a real fucking drawing, and it was, like, already beyond what I was looking for, and, with the hooks and stuff, and you were like, Hellraiser, you're like saying how much you added the Hellraiser influence because how much you like Hellraiser.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, well, fucking perfect, because there's a Hellraiser fucking audio clip in the music, so,
And
it just works out perfect.
That's the thing. I do encourage everyone I work with to shop around for other artists, because I'll even say this, I love getting the work. I love doing art for metal bands. I love doing art for whoever I can, but if a band can find someone that fits their style more, I'm not going to get offended. I really won't. Just say, hey, go for what's best for you, and that's how artists support other artists. Like, I do have some artist friends that I know that do way more, I want to say, like, kind of mechanical, technical stuff than I do. I'm more on the kind of organic, fleshy, blood, muscle, anatomy kind of stuff. But if someone wants more robotic, I can do that. It might take me a little bit longer, but again, once you know, like, a professional artist, a lot of us do know other artists for other things. Like, the other thing too is, like, with Wormflesh, I did not do the logo. They have a girl that they know. I forgot her name. I want to give her a shout out. She does amazing band logos. I'm not a logo creator, because logos and lettering, that's a whole different set of skills. I just know how to draw nasty shit. So, like I said, I always encourage people, go find people that suits what you want the best.
Yeah, it just so happened that you were the guy anyway, so it worked out.
And thank you. It was a really fun project to work on. I know you guys gave me a deadline for, well, it's already February now, but by the end of February,
it was loose. Yeah,
it was actually it was one of the fun. It was, I want to say, not easier. Well, I mean, if I can get it done, it's easy for me. But it was one of the funnest pictures I had to work on in a long time, along with that Wormflesh album cover. I got to play around with lighting. I want to do like an underlight, more really horror. I wanted like an 80s horror movie feel, because you guys had that classic, I want to say, 80s death metal sound. Not so much of the new stuff. Not that I don't like the new stuff.
That's kind of how I mixed it on purpose, to be honest. I was going for, like I said, I was listening to a lot of Suffocation, and that's always kind of how I imagined the toned everything to be, where it's almost unlistenable, but it's still listenable. You know what I mean?
I want to say it's kind of like a lo-fi. I want pie now. Lo-fi, extreme high pass filter, kind of like the 80s and early 90s. That's not to say, like, some of the newer bands I do like. I love Shadow of Intent and Orbit Culture, and I think Aborted's kind of newer, not really, but same with Cattle Decap. But yeah, even the older bands, the Morbid Angel, Death, Celtic Frost kind of stuff, way back then. I'm pretty wide in my stuff I listen to, but I still will not consider Sleep Token a fucking metal band. I'm not going to say the guy's not a good singer before the Sleep Token fans come after me. He's a good singer. It's just not fucking metal.
What'd you say, David?
They have metal influence in parts, but they are not a metal band as far as I look at it.
They're great if you want to put on some, like, candles and, seduce your wife, and she goes like, oh my god, you're gayer than me. My wife hates Sleep Tokens.
They're sort of slaps, though.
To be fair, some of their stuff do be hitting. It's just, I can't say any of it's really memorable. Like, it doesn't stick with me. So
that's kind of a weird thing, because a lot of, like, I'd say more modern stuff doesn't really have memorable riffs. Like, if I go like dun 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 dun, that's Iron Man automatically, or like dun 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 dun, Thunder Kiss 65, White Zombie. You can hum riffs and know what they are. Nowadays, you go like what the fuck is that? I don't fucking know. Some blast beat by some new band.
I think it comes from not wanting. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was just saying, imagine trying to hum like a Tim Henson song.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
I could win one, maybe.
You know what? I'm going to
Yeah,
say
bro.
my guitar player, I play guitar too, but my lead guitar player says it's so impressive that it's not impressive.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna be real. The one thing he said, he threw me off so fucking hard when he said something about bending strings as boomer bends, and I was like,
What?
dog, I ain't. Yeah, he said he calls bending your strings because he doesn't bend his strings essentially, because he thinks that's an old man way of playing guitar. And I'm like, dude, it's adding expression. But you know what I think it is? I think it's because he doesn't need to bend his fucking strings because he's so fucking fast. He'll just play that fucking note, and you won't even be able to tell he's really not bending it. But it does make it more. There's less expression in his playing
Bending
with that, and I think it's just so mechanical, you know.
Yeah,
So,
it's lifeless. Like bending strings is like adding seasoning to food. Not
Yeah.
bending your strings is kind of like, oh, okay, you just want a bland ham on mayo sandwich. Okay, you're fast. I get it. Awesome. You can play super fast and technical, but it's not memorable in the fucking slightest.
yeah, and I think where a lot of, like, you were saying, like, you were explaining, like, oh, well, back in the day you got like these simpler riffs and whatnot that are more memorable, and nowadays it's like nothing's memorable. It's not memorable because everybody's not trying to sound simple anymore. Like, everybody kind of has like it seems like a lot of guitarists and just people in general, like, they're kind of moving away from simpler stuff that's easier to kind of sit in your brain and kind of latch on. Like, and it's because it's cool to have really technical, really crazy, chaotic shit sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I fucking love that kind of stuff. I try to write like that on purpose sometimes. But when it all really buckles down to it, the stuff that's going to get stuck in your head is the stuff that's like, it's going to have some kind of like really good rhythm to it, or just a really good fucking melody, you know. It's all subjective, of course, but I think that's where that really stems from, is everybody's just kind of afraid to sound like someone else, you know what I mean? So they're doing it to where it's like, oh, well, if I just write a bajillion notes in this 4/4, you know, like, then it's not going to fucking matter, because then I won't sound like anybody else, when in reality you sound like nothing at that point.
I kind of think of more memorable kind of groove metal, like, oh, not groove, but like old death metal stuff, as like old 80s and 90s, well, I mean, mostly
Yeah.
80s horror movies where you remember like what's going on. Like, I could tell you the difference between Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're very distinct, as opposed to all the technical stuff that there's so much going on. Is like, tell me which Michael Bay Transformers movie had the scene with the robot fighting and a building exploded. There's so much going on, you just get a fucking headache. Like, what's the difference between Fast and Furious 6 and 7? Really, what's the difference? Cargo fast, cargo boom, and then what? I don't fucking know.
Another star actor.
Yeah.
Somebody else gets added to it.
Yeah, another riff gets added. That's what it is.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I mean, that's the thing, man, is like, it's just I really think it's just people wanting to do something different, but kind of ironically following into the same thing, because everybody's doing that now, where everybody's trying to write mechanically over feeling wise. But I've noticed more of a resurgence back to like more rhythm heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not big on hardcore, but Knocked Loose, that newer album they put out that this past not this year, but last year, I think. I'm not really big on hardcore, but they got some fucking riffs, man. He sounds like SpongeBob when he's screaming, but
I was gonna say, I like the riffs. I don't mind the music so much. It's fine. I can't do the vocals. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking them, but
What'd you say, David?
That's why I don't like hardcore. I can't stand most hardcore vocals.
yeah, it's the vocals. Yeah, I'm a tough guy. Never gonna hurt. So, I don't know. Whatever. You don't really sound that tough, bro. I'm sorry. Go get your punch and pie.
That riff, though, in Suffocate, not riff, but that one part where they just put that Latin beat in there where it's like boom, cha boom, cha boom, cha boom, cha. That shit goes fucking hard.
No, see, that's cool. That is cool. I do like that. Like I said, the music part of it, I like that part. It's the vocals that just kind of get me. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not one to talk, because I like, early 80s Bathory black metal, and that's just I'm like, I know. I can't. I'm not one to talk.
Yeah, I mean, my all my influence never even came from like when I was a kid. I didn't even fucking listen to any of the stuff that it seems like everybody else grew up with. I went straight to new metal. I was a new metal kid.
Oh no.
So, yeah,
no! I was.
I didn't fucking know any better, man. Like I was just finding stuff that sounded good to me, right? So by the time I finally found extreme metal, I was like, "What is this shit? It sucks. Can't understand it." So it took me a while to find bands that I could understand, and then finally appreciate the amount of depth and layers there is to different kinds of extreme metal. It's definitely it's like salt and vinegar chips, man. Like the more you fucking eat, the better it gets.
So I could do spicy food. Like I love Da Bomb hot sauce and all this stuff on hot ones, like that hot sauce back. But vinegar though, fuck man. Maybe it's just me. I can't do vinegar. Anyway, we're segueing. Oh shit, we've been going on for a while. Do you have any material available right now people can go out and search for and buy?
No, unfortunately, not really. It's just the stuff on YouTube, the teasers. We just put another one up today. It's just the stuff on YouTube for now. We don't have any merch for Gorefed. I'm thinking about doing it, but I'll do it if there starts to be more interest in the band, because I'd like to do CDs and then sell them for cheaper, because it's only 4 songs. But realistically, we'll probably try to go for a full length next time anyway. But
well, I'm here when you need artwork.
At the moment. You're already going to be doing the next
Thank you. I want to try to wrap it up a little bit since we've been going for a bit.
There is one condition, though. We expect titties next time.
I will. If you want something with titties, my specialty is erotic art with tentacles and gore. That's literally my. Go to my Newgrounds. I think you've seen stuff. You already know.
What you wish for, dude.
I'll do it. I will. If you want a mouth on the vagina with the tentacle coming out instead, you got it. Yeah. Group of tentacles.
I'm the best artist.
I can do a reverse vor if you want. I've always wanted to do something with the theme of regurgitation.
We do have a song idea, ironically, for a song called this is an old one. David probably doesn't even remember this, but we have it mostly written out on guitar. Tablature software called Internal Devourment. So,
nice.
There could be some regurgitation in there.
I just came up with the title. I'm going to go for a postpartum regurgitation. There we go. Figure that out. Oh, being a metalhead. So, where can we find you guys?
Right now, it's just Facebook and YouTube primarily. That's where I'm mostly active. Once everything does go up on February 28th, it should be everywhere. I will be putting it on Bandcamp as well, assuming there won't be any issues to uploading it to Bandcamp. I was looking it up, said that there shouldn't be. But, I'll have everything up on YouTube, everything, and Spotify and everywhere people stream music, I guess, if you use Pandora like me, like a fucking loser. But,
No worries. Is there any last things you want to say before we wrap it up and get this going?
Well, just look out for our album, February 28th, this month. Check it out, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can. That'd be nice. It all helps. I don't expect it to be, a lot, but, if there is any kind of following that starts, I'll make some merch.
Hey, man. So. Any little bit helps. I do, like I said, whenever I do art for bands, I do more than just the art. I like to help the bands out that I work with also. Besides just making an AI image, you get my support too.
Yeah, you already sent me that. That other one I asked for. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. And I guess one other thing I want to say is, somebody just hire this man. Somebody hire Sean. Motherfucker's a great artist, and he's over here giving me a scale of 1 to 10, saying, it's never perfect, so I don't expect, it to be perfect, and the whole time it's an 11 out of 10 for me. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm very humble when it comes to my stuff. I appreciate that.
That's a good way to be fair. So, but take pride in it, man. Like, this shit's awesome, and I really appreciate you and working with me the way you did. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it as well. You guys were a blast to work with, and again, it's one of the funnest things that I worked on in a while. Anything Hellraiser themed, I loved. Anyway,
yeah, I might do it again.
Trust me, you get me for the next project, and there will be hooks, tentacles, and some surprised faces. But this was Gorefed, everyone. Check out their album, their EP Hors d'oeuvres, coming out February 28th, and I will see you guys later.
Never With wishes, moving to kills.